Michigan State. Urban Meyer has plenty of praise for Spartans quarterback Connor Cook.
One of the best quarterbacks in Big Ten history, and someone showed me his winning record is that's how you evaluate a quarterback is do you win games, because that's his job, and he wins almost every game he plays.
Tonight, number 4 Notre Dame trying to enhance their playoff resume, taking on Boston College at Fenway Park, 7:30 Eastern on NBCSN. Irish head coach Brian Kelly weighed in on the historic venue.
A great challenge for our football team. We've got to take care of what we do. Play at Fenway Park is going to be exciting. We're really excited about the Shamrock Series. Going on the road has been something that we've really enjoyed. Playing in Boston, playing, in front of great fans. There'll be some logistical things that we'll have to work through. We're both on the same sideline, but should be a great venue and a great night for football.
In NASCAR, Jeff Gordon announced before the start of the year this would be his final season. Gordon has a chance to go out on top tomorrow at Homestead, Miami on NBC at 3 Eastern. One of 4 drivers who can win the Sprint Cup championship, along with Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick trying to defend his title. Tomorrow in the NFL, it'll be a backup QB Sunday. Brock Osweiler, Mark Sanchez, Matt Hasselbeck, TJ Yates, all scheduled to start. And the Warriors remain red hot and rolling. They beat the Bulls to raise their record to 14-0 to start the year. This is NBC Sports Radio.
This is KCAA.
From the KCAA Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jim Rinaldi. We have a red flag warning in effect. For this morning, a clear sky, sunshine today with a high of 82. Mainly clear tonight, low 52. Sunday, sunny, high 82. Clear Sunday night, low 50. Monday's going to be a sunny day with a high near 80. Tuesday, sunshine and much cooler with a high of 64. Wednesday, clouds, a stray shower, high 60. We can't rule out a shower for Thanksgiving Day, high 58. That's your weather forecast for this hour from the station that leaves no listener behind. NBC News Radio, AM 1050, KCAA.
We found the problem with your car. Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
What?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
If you're trying to prevent a home foreclosure, you need the Goodman Law Firm on your side. Goodman has a nationwide network of foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has resolved troubled mortgages across the nation. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Call the Goodman Law Firm, 888-800-6030, or contact them online at www.arnoldgoodmanlaw.com.
Psst. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you know where you are? Well, you've done it now. You're listening to KCAA Loma Linda, your CNBC news station. So expect the unexpected.
Hey there, sports fans. Chabdog here. You have tuned into one of the best shows on the air for all of your up-to-date sports coverage and news. You haven't laughed so hard and been informed so much until you've heard it from the mouth of the sports expert himself, El Chabdog.
Don't you love her madly? Don't you need her badly?
Okay, welcome to another edition of Chabdog Sports Talk, the weekly sports talk show brought to you by Chabdog Sports Blog for your head of your sports headlines, by the Chabner Law Firm, serving Southern California's business and transactional law needs, and by the Arnold Goodman Law Firm, mortgage mitigation legal services.
All right, so we've got a great show today. There was a wonderful drive in here, except for a little bit of a misadventure, but I made it here just in time, and hope you're having a good week, Mike.
You would figure that you would have figured it out by now.
I know, but I tried a new route today, trying to save some time, and then when you do that, sometimes the more turns you have to make, the greater the risk.
Yeah, I just try to go from point A to point B,
Yeah. All right, well, we have a I was going to do a demonstration for you and recognize my here. Who am I?
Oh, hey. Sorry about the technical glitch there. So Chabdog's going to do a little impersonation here.
Yes. I don't have enough room, though, do I?
No, you can't take a full swing.
You thought I was going to hit you, didn't you?
No.
Anyway, this is a...
give me the stick.
Here, this is gonna...
Give me the stick. It's a left-handed stick. It's my stick.
Okay.
That was your impersonation of Happy Gilmore.
Right.
Which...
That's close. It's actually Chabby Gilmore.
Chabby Gilmore.
Yeah.
Okay. So there was a thing on the radio the other day.
And thank you to my nephew, David Rosenzweig, for sending me that. That's very thoughtful.
It's a very nice stick.
Yeah.
There was a thing on the other, and it's appropriate because there was a thing on the radio there today. Apparently there was a gentleman, and I don't know his name. He was in last place in a tournament, probably down in Mexico or one of the other tours. And on the first tee, he did the Happy Gilmore. He took 2 steps, and when they questioned him about it afterwards, he said, "I was just trying to get 20 extra yards." And some
did
people
it work?
Well, actually, I think it did. But he didn't do it the rest of the round.
Yeah.
And so there were some golf purists that said, you're disrespecting the game and so on and so forth. Hey, whatever.
Golfers take themselves very seriously.
Oh, yeah.
As you know, because you're a golfer.
I am a golfer.
Well, yeah. We don't talk enough golf on this show. We always end up talking about college football. Like today we have a great lineup of games.
What's on today?
These games?
What's on today?
We've got a couple of cupcake games. These are super cupcake games, like Florida and Florida Atlantic, and Alabama gets to play Charleston Southern, but Charleston Southern is actually 9-1, so maybe there's something to this game to watch. Notre Dame drew BC. That'll be the easiest game in their schedule, probably one of them.
Notre Dame and BC is always a rivalry.
Well, it's not since Doug Flutie.
Yeah, but it's always been a rivalry.
We've got the big game. You know what the big game is, right?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
That's all California should know. That's the Stanford-Berkeley game.
Oh, please! that game's so irrelevant. Doesn't matter. The big game is Michigan State, Ohio State.
Right, but that's not this week. This week, Michigan State plays in the horseshoe against Ohio State.
Right, that's what I just said.
Oh, I thought you said the big game is Michigan and Ohio State.
No, I said Michigan State and Ohio State.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're right. I didn't listen carefully. So, who?
I'm a Michigan fan, but
yeah.
So therefore, you just thought.
So is Urban going to be happy after he meets the Spartans, or sad?
I hope Michigan State kicks their butt.
Really? You think Ohio State's just kind of been living on borrowed time this whole year?
Yeah, I don't think that they're worthwhile of
really
getting in the playoffs.
They still have a lot of talent. They're just the quarterback position has been, wildly inconsistent, and I guess they just haven't put it together yet. Really, even though they keep winning, but I would say Ohio State, because Michigan State won on that fluke play against Michigan. And they just lost in Nebraska.
Right. Who's Baylor playing this week?
Baylor's Oklahoma State. That's gonna be brutal. We're gonna go into Stillwater and be stillborn. I think. I would.
Stillborn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stillborn and Stillwater for the Baylor Bears. UCLA is playing Utah. That's a big game.
Yeah, Utah's good team. Are they at the Rose Bowl or are they up in Utah?
No, it's in Utah. I think UCLA has to win that to be in any contention to win the 12 South. And then USC plays Oregon. That's going to be a tough game. They have to go up to Eugene.
I if I was betting man, I'd be all over Oregon around that.
Mm-hmm. Even though the Oregon Ducks have had some bad losses this year.
Yeah, but
I don't know I could trust them.
I've been to Oregon, and that's a tough place to play.
Mm-hmm. And then got Michigan's playing Penn State. That could be good because Penn State's actually like 6-4 or something. They're respectable and they're playing at home.
Well, Michigan this year, other than that one play that you discussed, they have a pretty good record, so they'll get into a decent bowl game. They're not a playoff team.
I go with Michigan. I think Michigan will probably slip by in
at home.
They're at Penn State. Yeah.
Well,
that's a tough one.
I don't know enough about Penn State to be able to offer an opinion.
The other team that's doing great is Houston. They're 10 and I think they're 10-0, and they're playing Temple, which had a good year, but and they have to go to Temple. So
always hard to play on the road.
Might want to go with Temple on that one. And North Carolina is going to play Frank Beamer's team, Virginia Tech. So that could be an interesting game.
Yeah, Virginia Tech at home.
Yeah,
I'd take Virginia Tech at home.
Frank Beamer.
Yes,
this is last year for Frank Beamer.
Is he retiring?
I heard that. Yeah. What do you think about the National and American League Cy Young Awards and the MVP Awards? Do you think they were all justified?
Well, the only one that I really saw was that Arrieta got the National League Cy Young, and in my opinion, I think Greinke had the better overall season. Arrieta had a great second half, and he didn't do so well in the playoffs.
But it's with these awards, it tends to be how you finished a lot of times, if it's more or less equal.
And they say that the playoffs don't matter, but they actually probably do.
Yeah.
Although I don't know when the ballots are cast.
I just agree. I just think Arrieta was so dominant for that stretch. It's like splitting hairs, but
yeah. Well, hard to argue against 19-3.
Bryce Harper had a great year. He should probably be MVP of the NL.
I think.
Josh Donaldson was, he was pretty darn good. I don't know. It's hard to argue. It's hard to say he didn't deserve it, and as did the Dallas Keuchel, who won for the Cy Young for the American League.
Yeah, I mean, the only argument you can make on the MVP side on the AL is Trout had a good year, but there was times when he kind of didn't.
Right, and the Angels just underperformed.
Yes,
I think it would leave everybody feeling kind of bad about the award to give it to him. So,
yeah.
Well, we got. Did you see the Ronda Rousey fight last Saturday night?
I don't watch.
I heard about it.
I don't watch that stuff. I saw it on the internet.
You didn't see the home run. This home girl. She's a boxer, and she just wouldn't let Rousey grab her and take her into the armbar situation. So Rousey was just basically stunned by a bunch of flurries, and it was. I think it was pretty good for the sport.
Well, the one picture I saw was home giving her a left kick to the jaw. I mean,
Yeah, it was brutal too. It was like after she had been stunned.
Yeah. That.
If you listen to my blogcast from Summers Sports Bar last Sunday, I talked with a guy about that who saw it, and he described it in graphic detail. So it was good. Dodgers manager. What's your insight on Gabe Kapler or Dave Roberts is the other person they're mentioning as a possible new manager?
New blood.
Do these guys really have what it takes to be a big league manager at this point?
Well, I mean, I don't know enough about have they managed in the minors?
I don't think Gabe Kapler's managed. He's been on TV quite a bit.
You're talking about Gabe Kaplan.
Kapler.
I know. You're talking about Gabe Kaplan from.
No. It sounded like I was saying that. No, not Cotter. It's Kapler.
Hey, Cotter. Gabe Kapler was a position player. So, but again, I don't know that these guys have they spent their time in the minor leagues coaching, AA, AAA. But I like to see new blood because it's an old boys network. You know, all the managers just rotate around. I mean, Dusty Baker's going to get a job.
Well, you think of some good alternatives in the commercial break. Maybe we'll talk about this before we go.
How about me?
We've got, Mike Patterson's available. All right, we're going to go to our first break. We'll be back with Eric Sauve, Dr. Detroit. So stay tuned.
Don't you love her madly? Don't you need her badly? Don't you love her ways? Tell me what you say.
If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team of mortgage mitigation attorneys that provides legal advice and expertise you can trust. Our nationwide network includes local of-counsel foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has represented homeowners across the nation in resolving their troubled mortgages. We have the experience and the knowledge you can count on to best represent your interests. The banks have attorneys fighting to protect their interests, and so should you. Call the Goodman Law Firm at 888-800-6030. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Contact us at 888-800-6030 or through our website at arnoldgoodmanlaw.com.
Check out my sports blog, your home for head-of-ear sports headlines. At Chabdog, we cover the world of sports, from NFL to competitive eating. At our blog, you'll also find Chabdog's own brand of uniquely original blogcasts for the major sports events. We hit home runs with our coverage. We also have a reading room where you'll find interviews running across the sporting spectrum, along with our vote questions, our Chabdog Gnostications, and of course our much-beloved Chabdog of the Month. What you can count on from Chabdog is our stretching the playing field envelope to find the humor, irony, and weird connections that are always living beneath the surface of the sporting world. Check us out at chabdog.com. The law office of Brandon S. Chabner, serving clients in Southern California with transactional legal services since 2007. We handle general, corporate, outside counsel type work, drafting and negotiating a wide variety of business and commercial contracts, including non-disclosure agreements, independent contractor agreements, and employment agreements. Our experience includes working with public and private companies and involves a broad range of industries, including healthcare, consumer products, real estate, and high technology. Mr. Chabner has over 20 years of legal experience, having worked for some larger national firms and serving as general counsel for a multi-million-dollar private company here in Southern California before starting his own legal practice. His educational credentials include a law degree from UCLA, where he was on law review, undergraduate degree at Yale, where he graduated magna cum laude, and an MBA from Harvard Business School. Other areas of focus for Chabner Law include press release and business plan editing, pre-litigation matters, and debt and mortgage resolution work. You can contact us at 310-698-0740 and at bchabner@chabnerlaw.com.
KCAA.
Don't you love her madly? Don't you need her badly? Don't you love her ways? Tell me what you
All right, we're back.
The Doors.
Don't you love her badly?
Got our first guest on the line, and Eric, you there?
Sure am, Chabdog.
Oh, good. I've got some music for you. Hold on. Do you have it going, Joe? This is kind of a little bit of a delay. It takes there. You like this song, Mike? I love this song.
I love guitar.
Yeah. Eric, you had this on your Facebook page, didn't you? Something?
That's right. We just had the 40th anniversary of the making of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that's right. Because I remember the words "November Gales" in the song. You know, I was alive for that. I didn't realize what was happening, but it was a big deal up there, huh?
Yeah, I remember that going down, and I couldn't believe it was 40 years already gone by. when I heard it the other day to celebrate that anniversary. Huh?
Yeah. Well, Eric's been on our show before. He's part of the highlights for the last 2 months that I've been putting out there. I don't know if you heard. Did you hear that, Eric? Did you get a chance to listen to any of that?
Oh, yeah. I'm getting caught up on all the broadcasts and the highlights. They're hilarious.
Oh, good for you. I see. There's people that are paying serious attention to what's going on here.
Good to know. Good to know. I mean,
hey, Mike, how's it going?
This is Mike.
I was going to say, yeah, you actually know my name, so
you're famous.
Yeah,
Mike.
I missed you. You were out the last time, and last show, Chabdog had to do it on the side of the highway because of the traffic jam, and I guess you were out, Mike. But it's a pleasure to be on with you today.
Oh,
talk a little football.
Appreciate
a few other things.
Are things a little better now in Detroit? They're not burning any more cars and talking about jumping out of buildings?
I think Martha Ford was listening to the last show I was on with you because since then she fired the GM, she fired the president, they fired 3 of the assistant coaches. It was kind of what we were talking about. They got to clean the house there. And so she did that. But have you seen a picture of Martha Ford before?
No, I've never seen it. I should look her up sometime.
She's got because she is so crispy. Oh my God, she's got a gizzard turkey neck. It's the definition of it. You just got to check that out.
Martha Ford. Okay.
Martha Ford.
Maybe she'll be on my Halloween version of the.
Is that
Facebook
part of the
page.
Ford family?
Yeah, she is. She's
I'm looking at her right now.
Isn't she a crispy one?
Wow, it's an interesting neck. It's a very interesting neck. Almost looks like she's flexing her neck.
Appropriate for Thanksgiving.
Indeed. Oh, yes, and happy, it's coming up on Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite days of the year because, we've got 3 football games on. It's fantastic.
Yeah, football acopia.
I mean, you get to eat and watch football.
Eat and sleep.
Take a nap.
Yep.
That's when I let the tryptophan effect just overwhelm me. And there's no excuse for, I have every excuse for just collapsing in front of the TV. The Detroit Lions always play on Thanksgiving, so I don't even check who they're playing on Thursday. Who are they playing, Eric?
Yeah,
do you know?
I forget. I know off the top of my head.
I know
Mike,
they're playing the Raiders this week, and do you think that they can? I think they can beat the Raiders, but the Raiders.
No, they beat Green Bay last week. That was that was the last win of the season for them, and that was they haven't beat Green Bay in Green Bay since '91.
That was amazing. They almost gave that game away so many times. It was classic Lions. We really want it, but we really can't win it. But we really want it.
I mean, to see the Packers lose 3 in a row. Wow.
Yeah.
I would never have thought they were going to implode. I thought they were one of them and New England were 2 of the top teams this year until they blew it there.
Yeah, you're a big
crazy.
You're also a Redskin fan because I've looked at your Facebook.
Huge Redskin fan and seen those pictures of you there in Manhattan Beach last week. What's the name of the dog?
Oh gosh, TiVo.
A cute little dog in the red in that.
He's a Pomeranian, a very very cute Pomeranian. I was holding him up, a show dog of some sort, and you would love that bar, Eric.
Oh man, I never even knew it was there. I can't wait to get back and get in there.
Yeah, we have to
throw my Joe Theismann jersey. Be all set, man.
We have to do a simulcast. There are some serious fans in there. I mean, I'm starting to get to know them, but they're going to grudge it. They think I brought them good luck because the Redskins played just the best game in the last millennium.
Was that against New Orleans?
They laid the hammer to the Saints last week. It was fantastic. And this week they're playing Carolina. That's
right.
On the road, they're a 7-point dog. But
I think they're going to
pull that one off to come back to 500.
I think they're going to beat that spread. Because Carolina, is tough, but they don't have a ton of explosiveness, and I don't see them running away from the Skins.
Well, but they're undefeated, so you can't really, go against that.
Yeah,
I'll take the Skins against the spread. I don't think they're. I hope they're going to win, but realistically probably not. But against the spread, it's a good pick. Oh yeah, the Eagles are playing the Lions on Thursday.
Oh, okay, in Detroit. So
in Detroit.
Another winnable game. I don't know what the Eagles are doing with their quarterback situation. It's kind of a mess there now.
Dirty Sanchez, isn't it?
It's
dirty. Yeah, it's the Dirty Sanchez.
It's the girl that one guy described Sanchez as he's like the girl that you took out who you thought was kind of cute, and then a few dates later you just wanted to run away. I don't know. What do you think of Mark Sanchez?
He's the best they got right
that
now.
Analogy, I'd go Coyote. You know, it's you had a lot of drinks and you brought them home, and then you wake up in the morning and go, holy F, and you start shooting your arm off to go away.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best they got right now, but
and then the Cowboys, that's a big question. Can they turn things?
Well, they're playing the Panthers.
No, the Cowboys. The Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys playing the Panthers on Thanksgiving. So
well, what about this week?
So against the spread, I always pick the Lions against the spread, regardless of win or not. That seems to be a winner on Thanksgiving. Cowboys, Panthers. Well, Romo's back, isn't he?
Well, yeah, but I mean,
they're playing the Dolphins though on Sunday.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how Romo does coming back out of having a broken clavicle.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to solve all their problems. They've been just so bad the last 6 weeks on offense, and I know that they lost their quarterback, but other teams do a lot better.
They talk about this great offensive line, and okay, so put a running back there, and pound 3 or 4 yards every down, and eat up the clock.
Yeah,
and it ain't there. Last year that line was so good. I don't know what's different about him this year, but last year Romo could sit back there and eat a sandwich. He had so much protection. And but this year, he broke his clavicle. The line's not so great. And then the evening game on Thanksgiving is the Bears and the Packers.
Oh, well, the Bears are much more interesting team to watch lately.
Yeah, Jay Cutler's kind of come around a little bit.
Yeah,
Smoking Jay Cutler. Yeah, I remember him. I was in Denver when he was there, and he was pretty well hated in that spot just because of his, I don't know, a bad attitude.
Mm-hmm. He said the wrong
rubbed
things.
People the wrong way there.
Yeah. So speaking of Denver, now they got the backup. I don't even know his name. Starts with an O.
Osweiler.
Brock Osweiler.
Yeah. So what's your prediction for the Broncos here in the next couple of weeks?
Defense wins championships. Same way the Broncos lost to Seattle is the same way. I don't think it really matters who's the quarterback. Defense wins championships. Broncos. Don't worry about the Broncos.
So you like the Broncos over the Bears this week? Because the Bears have been scoring points.
Oh, this is revenge game for Cutler, but yeah, I like the Broncos over the Bears anytime.
Wow, with no John, with no
Manning?
With no Manning. I mean, John Elway. They wish they had John Elway, but I mean, that guy Osweiler did not impress me. And
John Elway, you remember John Elway was the kind of guy that the house is burning down. He's going to run in and take everybody, put them on his shoulders, and rescue them and pull them out. That's John Elway. That's a quarterback. That's a leader. And, man, that guy's a drinker. Oh, my God, he's a party animal. I was with him with a group one time in Montana.
Really?
At a football game there in Missoula, University of Montana, and I got invited back. And, boy, it was a lot of fun. He was putting it away and having a ton of fun. Real ladies, man. Great guy.
He's a big guy, isn't he? He's
huge. He's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, I mean, he's probably when he was playing, he was like 220, right? Solid 220.
So you were in Missoula, Montana?
Yeah, I had a mining operation nearby there. Still have it. It's just in mothballs right now.
Do you do any
the Garnet Mountain Range?
Do you do any fishing up there?
Oh, plenty of it. I lived 10 miles equidistant from the Blackfoot and the Clark Fork.
You must hunt too, right?
Oh yeah. Elk. Awesome elk. I mean, right on our property. It's the deer are right there. We watch them all summer, and then we pick which ones we're going to harvest come hunting season, which is on right now, by the way. And get a few elk,
and
then go down into eastern Montana and get the whatchamacallits, not gazelles, antelope.
Do you?
They're really tasty.
Do you know of a company called Daly's?
Yeah, I heard of them.
Yeah, Daly's Bacon.
Been
in Missoula, Montana for over 100 years.
Yep.
I've been in Missoula, Montana, by the way.
I have not.
I want you to know that. I saw a copper mine there. So it's nice this time of year, with the still kind of fall. And what do you think? Isn't now a good time?
Missoula?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the bars there. It's fantastic. Now, Missoula is, it's a college town, and it's probably the most liberal town in the state. The rest of the state's, hardcore conservative. But I like Missoula. I like Anaconda, which is about maybe a 30, 40-minute drive to the west of there.
Yeah.
Anaconda probably has the most bars per capita of any U.S. city. The old Anaconda smelter used to be there. It's long gone. But one of my favorite bars there is the JFK, and it's not named after JFK, but it's the owner's initials. I went in there and asked for a 7 and 7, So he grabs the bottle of Seagram's, gets a tall glass, starts pouring the Seagram's, glug, 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 fills it up almost full, then puts a little squirt of 7 in there, and $2.75.
Yeah. Can I get a side of 7?
Yeah.
Something.
See why it's my favorite bar there. I mean, yeah, they pour a good stiff drink, all right. They charge a good price.
All right, Eric. Well, I hope you come down here to Manhattan Beach soon. We go to the Redskins bar, and you can have a stiff drink with me at 10:30 in the morning. Mike, you're invited too if you want.
That's the way I like it.
But have a great Thanksgiving. You eat turkey and everything up in Canada? What do you?
Oh yeah,
is all the same?
Yeah, this year I'm unfortunately going to be on this side of the line for it, but I'll still do it anyway. I might be the only person doing it, but it's my tradition. I'm going to do it anyway.
All right. Well, it's wonderful talking to you like always, and we'll be in touch as we do more things on Chabdog Sports Blog and stuff. So.
Hey, it's a pleasure, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Brandon. I'll just do a shout out to Lyle Alzado. He's my chosen person football player of the week.
All right, we like Lyle Alzado. He was a man.
He made some bad decisions, but other than that, nice guy.
All right, we'll be right back with more Chabdog Sports Talk.
Don't you love her ways? Tell me what you say. Don't you love her badly? Wanna be her daddy?
If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team of mortgage mitigation attorneys that provides legal advice and expertise you can trust. Our nationwide network includes local of-counsel foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has represented homeowners across the nation in resolving their troubled mortgages. We have the experience and the knowledge you can count on to best represent your interests. The banks have attorneys fighting to protect their interests, and so should you. Call the Goodman Law Firm at 888-800-6030. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Contact us at 888-800-6030 or through our website at arnoldgoodmanlaw.com.
Check out my sports blog, your home for head-of-ear sports headlines. At Chabdog, we cover the world of sports, from NFL to competitive eating. At our blog, you'll also find Chabdog's own brand of uniquely original blogcasts for the major sports events. We hit home runs with our coverage. We also have a reading room where you'll find interviews running across the sporting spectrum, along with our vote questions, our Chabdognostications, and of course our much-beloved Chabdog of the Month. What you can count on from Chabdog is our stretching the playing field envelope to find the humor, irony, and weird connections that are always living beneath the surface of the sporting world. Check us out at chabdog.com. The law office of Brandon S. Chabner, serving clients in Southern California with transactional legal services since 2007. We handle general, corporate, outside counsel type work, drafting and negotiating a wide variety of business and commercial contracts, including non-disclosure agreements, independent contractor agreements, and employment agreements. Our experience includes working with public and private companies and involves a broad range of industries, including healthcare, consumer products, real estate, and high technology. Mr. Chabner has over 20 years of legal experience, having worked for some larger national firms and serving as general counsel for a multi-million-dollar private company here in Southern California before starting his own legal practice. His educational credentials include a law degree from UCLA, where he was on law review, undergraduate degree at Yale, where he graduated magna cum laude, and an MBA from Harvard Business School. Other areas of focus for Chabner Law include press release and business plan editing, pre-litigation matters, and debt and mortgage resolution work. You can contact us at 310-698-0740 and at bchabner@chabnerlaw.com.
You're listening to KCAA, your good neighbor along the way.
All right, we're back for the second half of Chabdog Sports Talk. All right, we got another guest on, and cue up her intro music. And she's the founder of NFLfemale.com. Thanks for joining us, Liz.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Liz
Thanks
Panucci.
for having me on your show, Brandon.
Yeah. And it's nice to see that there's a site out there that's dedicated to the female fans of the NFL. What do you think? Did you know there was such a site out there?
Oh, I know plenty of women.
This
that
is
love...
Mike Patterson, by the way, my co-host.
Hi. I know plenty of women that like football.
Yeah. So when did you start this?
NFL Female actually started about 5 years ago this week. I was down in Miami for an NFL game on a Thursday night. They were playing Chicago. Unfortunately, Miami got stomped on and lost the game 16-0. But I noticed how many women were in the stands, and it was about half women, and they were there with other women, not with guys. And I thought, you know what? There's a lot of women like me that love the game, and so let's do something about it. Let's get them sharing their passion, and we have all 32 teams represented on NFL Female, and so it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's NFLfemale.com, and I've got it site up in front of me, and it's just full of all sorts of stuff. Do you have to be a woman to write for the on the different teams that are? Yeah, I know you have featured writers here, right?
Yes, we have one representative for each team. We call her an official fan reporter. And so, yes, they have to be female. We do have one male. He's our token lone male of the sisterhood at NFL Female. And that's Russell Baxter. He worked many years with ESPN, and he's our friend, and he writes some co-articles with our ladies. And we have over 2,400 articles on our site already.
That's a lot. Those some serious archives.
Yes, yes. These ladies love their game. Yes.
I have a reading room on Chabdog. My blog. I have a blog, Chabdog Sports Blog, and it's not nearly as intense on the article side because I'm doing headlines every night, and pretty much what I focus on is just exact. I mean, I guess if you call my postings articles, that there are a lot of articles.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're doing it by yourself, so it's a little tougher to do.
Yeah, you can tell, huh? I have a little help once in a while, not much, but it's pretty much the only crazy person that I can find to do it is me. And I really love it, but it's a lot of work. Like last night, because you get 10 hockey games you got to do, and you only have a half hour to do it. It's tough.
That's right.
So you mentioned Thursday night. The Dolphins and the Bears?
Yes.
Was that 2 weeks ago or?
No, that was 5 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, 5 years ago.
Yeah,
okay.
That's when she started this. And,
okay. So what do you think about the Thursday night jerseys or uniforms that they're wearing now?
Well, I don't know. It's another way it's marketing. It's all about marketing when they're doing stuff like that, so that's all it is.
They're trying new things. I thought it looked like a pajama party to me.
Well, I mean, the first game with the Bills and the Jets looked like Christmas balls all over the field.
Right.
And then everybody complained, people that are colorblind. I guess 8% of men in the United States are colorblind.
Yeah, but her audience is all mostly a lot.
And only 0.5% of women are colorblind, so they don't care. and then the game this Thursday, those were some of the ugliest uniforms. I mean, the Oilers used to wear baby blue, but the other Jacksonville uniforms, those were ugly. I mean,
those yellows.
Yeah, those are as bad as the Pittsburgh Steelers Bumblebee throwbacks.
But those Pittsburgh Steelers Bumblebee uniforms, they win every game they play.
They do.
So they seem to work.
It's because the uniforms are so ugly, the other team doesn't want to get near them.
I know, it totally psychs them out.
So can you describe at all, like, how is the female fans, how are they oriented differently than the male fans in terms of the NFL exactly? Is there a way to put it into words?
Yes, definitely. They have more emotion involved in the game. Guys are a lot about stats, and the women, we love the stats too, but we love the player too, and see him as a dad or as a son, as a family man. And so, we care about the players, and that's the big difference, I think.
Really? You're more, they have more heart. Then we're all in it for the wins and losses.
Well, that's a given. I mean, come on.
So many other women, that write for us, they're like, oh, it's the mom in me that doesn't want the boys to get hurt, and things like that. So it's kind of cute and it's fun, and it's a platform NFLfemale.com is a platform where the women can really share their passion and have a lot of fun doing it, and not be judged in any way, shape, or form, and just have a good time.
Do you participate in any kind of fantasy football?
Oh, yes, we run leagues, and we've been doing that for 3 years. And so, yeah, we have a lot of fun. And we have all female, or we have co-ed, and we have pay leagues and free leagues. And we also do podcasts. We do a webcast. And, yeah, we have a lot of fun.
Oh, what's your podcast like? What exact is that for specific games?
We do it every Wednesday. And, yeah, we've been doing that, I think, for 3 years now. And we have a lot of different guests on there. We've had players' wives. We've had a lot of players come on there. We've had, we had Andre Reed on there, the week of Super Bowl a couple of years ago. So we get a lot of respect for that, and a lot of Zig Fracassi comes on every year. He does our pick-ems and, before the season starts. So we have a good time.
And so if we go to your website, that's where we can find the link to the podcast?
Yes. Yeah, it's Wednesday night with NFL Female.
Okay.
So there's an icon there that shows the ladies, and then you just click on that, and it takes you on there. We do it through Blog Talk Radio right now. We're switching over to Spreecast.
Oh, I'm on Blog Talk Radio. Did you know that?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I love Blog Talk Radio. I mean, I don't know all the other options out there, but it's a wonderful way to do things that you can't do on the radio maybe, and are pretty creative, and you can store it. People can listen.
Exactly.
You can listen to whenever you want. Home gating, is that you spend? Do you spend a lot of time talking about food and No. No. But there is a demand for it, and so because we like to bring in new fans also that don't really know a lot about the game, because women obviously get intimidated when they're around other people and don't know about the game. So we like to kind of lure them in through the home gating, and we have a wonderful lady, and she loves her wine, and she's so funny on Twitter. And so she puts the recipes on there, and it's just a little side thing that we do. But no, mainly it's the smart women, smart football, and these ladies know their game. Yeah, the NFL.
And we do have.
What's that?
I'm sorry. I was just going to say that we do have a lot of ladies that have media credentials, so that they can get in the locker room and do interviews. A lot of our women know the players firsthand and interact with them weekly, and text them and everything. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's you got tons of products that you could buy on there. And
yeah, that's really just a kind of a sideline. We that's just something that we put on the side. But the main content is our articles.
Yeah. So you're living in Canada, right?
Yes, I am.
And so who do you root for?
Well, back in the 80s, I was going for Dan Marino and the Miami Dolphins, and that's how it all started. My brother brought home a game one time called Stratomatic Football, and it's a board game. And it had listed all the teams, and then it had cards on each of the individual players, and then you're the coach, and you called the offense or the defense, and you rolled the dice, and that was how you did it. And it was a 3-hour game, and it's basically like the pre-Madden video game that they have now, and so that's what got me involved in football. And then when I went down to Miami 5 years ago for the game, that's when I saw how many women and saw what was going on, and that's how it all inspired NFL Female.
Mm-hmm. Got any last questions for Liz?
No, I mean, Stratomatic football. I used to play a game, baseball, back when I was a kid, and very similar. You pick your team.
How does Stratomatic football? It's like, is that? And I vaguely remember something like that. Where
you roll the dice, and depending on
the players kind of they had little tokens that moved on the board. Is that right?
No, this is more work? You had to keep track of. Okay, you got a base hit, you got a double, whatever.
Liz, what was that game? Can you remember it?
Stratomatic football.
Yeah.
You remember that? You remember the vibrating game where you had to set up all your football players? And
that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, no. Yeah. You had to set up all your football players, and you turned the thing on, and it vibrated. And
that wasn't a dream. That really happened. I really played that.
That game actually sucked.
Yeah, it did. Of course.
I never saw that one.
I'm gonna have to do some research for the next show and pull that up. Well, have a great rest of the day in Canada, and happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Yeah, we had ours last month. Our Thanksgiving's in October in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But yeah, I appreciate being on the show. Thank you both, Mike and Brandon. I appreciate it.
Yeah, tell her, you can tell again where your site's located.
Okay. The site is nflfemale.com, and we're also on Twitter at nflfemale. And come have fun with us. We're there game days, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Guys and girls.
Right.
Do you do Canadian football?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. So you're
Although it's a big weekend now because we've got the playoffs. It's the semifinals.
right.
It's the division finals, I guess you'd call it, East and West, happening this weekend.
So you're not an Argonauts fan?
No, I'm out in Western Canada, so I have to say BC Lions all the way. But they didn't make it this year. So.
Okay. Well, thanks for being on our show, Liz.
All
We're
right,
going to
you
go to
have a
our
great
last
weekend.
break, and and we'll be right back with Coach Tui, the LA Temptation.
The Mets came back. I mean, we brought in Drew Storn, who...
Drew, return him to cold storage, please.
Yeah, please. he needs
from the blog.
Man, it's. I mean, he was has Steve Sachs disease, but he's a pitcher.
Oh, that's painful to watch, let alone to PG County.
Exactly. When it used to be at RFK, it was great because everybody.
Do you
was
remember
going
when
to
Howard Stern was going off on PG County? That was I think that was after he called up and asked for a one-way ticket to the 14th Street Bridge.
Yeah, that did well.
Yeah, that was
right after the plane crash.
Got a contest called Name That Grunt. I want to see how you do on it.
Oh, okay.
So you play the first grunting session. I want at least one of the two women that's in this.
Mm-hmm.
They're women.
On the court, off the court in the gym, they're putting in those long hours, and it's paying off. I mean,
well, listen in.
That sounds like Serena.
The first, all right, that's A. The other one's B. B is the longer one. A is the shorter one. B is the longer one. Boy, this is intense.
Wow, we got
a cat fight of all sorts here.
We got to guess both?
All right, cut it. We're running out of time. Let's cut. See, do you know who that is? Who was A? The first one was kind of shorter, and the second one was.
I don't know if B was Sharapova or Azarenka.
A was Sharapova,
Uh-huh.
and B was Azarenka.
Yeah.
You got 50%. Speaking of Clinton, I know you really want to talk about sports, but can we talk about something else?
No, I do not want to talk about sports.
So what do you want to talk about?
Listen, that's what's wrong with this country.
Well, why is
sport
competition
Yes.
and athletic excellence is bad for this country?
It causes so many overweight people to sit on their couch.
Oh, so is that why some of the
At least that's the way it is here in the South. Bunch of fatties sitting and watching college football.
as long as Paul Feinbaum's doing his show, you're gonna keep hearing about it.
Okay.
He does a
all
show every day, and all it is SEC, I guess SEC football mostly, and maybe some basketball.
Yeah, I'm actually good friend with one of his callers, Phyllis, from Alabama.
Oh, well, you should get her to call my show. I'm sure that would create fireworks. Is she the one that when we were listening that she was going off on? Was she going off on Alabama?
Well, she calls that guy cow turd and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's a broadcaster that used to be on ESPN. She called him cow turd.
Missed something today, yesterday, last week? Check out our podcasts at www.kcaaradio.com. We leave no listener behind.
Okay, it's the home stretch for Chabdog Sports Talk. I'm happy to have Coach Tui on the line from the LA Temptation. So I hope everyone gets ready for this interview here. You know who sang this song? All right, Coach, are you there?
Hi, good morning, guys.
Thank you for taking a few minutes to talk to us. And are you excited about the upcoming season? You must.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, you got tryouts coming up in December in Santa
Mhm.
Monica, and I'm gonna definitely check that out. It should be. Do these tryouts keep getting more and more well attended? More and more women trying to do this.
Well, it's been dropping lately because,
Really?
if you're not winning, people don't start coming out. But when we were winning, when we won those 3 championships, we had an average of about 150 to 200 people coming out to try out. But, it's been dropping the last 3 seasons because we haven't been winning lately. But we'll bring all that back this year.
Yeah, you guys won 3 in a row, 3 world championships, I think, from 2010 to 2012.
Mhm.
So it's pretty impressive.
What's your background, Coach? Where did you coach, previous to when you're coaching the ladies?
I coached at Redondo Beach High School, varsity football, and then I coached Carson High School, varsity football, and I coached at El Camino Junior College for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, you were a defensive player, right? That was where you starred when you played.
Defensive end, outside linebacker.
Yeah, you were at Carson, right?
Yeah.
And had quite a career. I mean, you're a great player. I'm sure you exactly know exactly what to do on defense. And what about offense? Do you like coaching offense?
Offense,
you need to have an assistant for that, and somebody that I guess that specializes in it, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I let them deal with that.
How I mean, quarterback wise, with the ladies' arm strength, I mean, do you have to concentrate more on trying to run the ball, or is there a passing game? I mean, is the passing game involved, or explain?
Well, let's just say we were lucky enough to find probably the best women's quarterback ever, and she started on the boys' football team at Chino Hills, and her name was Ashley Salerno, and she played exactly just like a guy.
Wow.
Couldn't believe it. So we were lucky enough to find her and get her on our team, and that's pretty much what it takes. I mean, the level of football that we need now, you have to be able to play just like the men, or else this sport just isn't going to sell.
Right.
So
yeah, I coached a gal in high school that she was a pitcher, and she was every bit as good as any of the boys. So, I mean, there's athletes out there. Just depends on if you can find the right ones.
So is Ashley coming back, or is she not part of this team anymore?
We're hoping she comes back. She's the best quarterback in the league by far. I mean, your level of play has to be up to her. I mean, if you can't play like her, your team's not going to do well. And that's the most important piece of an offense is your quarterback. And so far, she says she's coming back. She's on a little vacation right now, but I think we'll hear from her right around the beginning of tryouts or beginning of minicamp.
Mm-hmm. And then, do you find that each year you're surprised by things that you see, that people that become available in the training that you didn't know about that try out for the team, or is that kind of unusual that somebody joins that changes everything?
Yeah, pretty much every year that I've held an off-season training camp for girls to prepare themselves for tryouts, I've found almost at least 7 to 8 players, new players every year, that just surprise the hell out of me. And those are the ones who usually make it through tryouts because they've already prepared themselves to get ready for it by attending my camps. So it works out for me pretty much every year, and I'm glad I have that.
Mm-hmm. And so what's the procedure? There's going to be a tryout in December, and then when's the next thing after that?
We'll probably have tryouts first, and then we'll have mini camp probably in January. We'll wait till the holidays are done, because people are going to start taking off on vacation for Christmas and stuff like that. So we'll wait till they get back, and then we'll have mini camp, hold it in January after New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
Who backs this league? I mean, in terms of corporate sponsors and money. I mean, do the ladies get paid, or just volunteer?
Well, they used to get paid at the beginning. The first 3 years they did, and then the pay just, I don't know what happened. They stopped paying the girls, and then the girls just started playing, just for the love of the game.
Right.
As far as backing, I have no idea who actually pays for everything. The league pays for everything, but I have no idea who the sponsors and everybody are. I know Cutters is one of our sponsors. They supply all the pads, as far as knee pads, elbow pads, and gloves for the league.
Yeah, well, it's on TV. It's on Oxygen, I think. The game.
Yeah, we have a
game.
TV that plays all our games,
Yeah.
and then we have the Oxygen channel, which airs our reality show. So,
yeah. So
I'm sure
there's
we get something from them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a plan, and we go to the stadium, and there'll be sponsors there.
Where are you guys playing now?
This year we're headed back to the Citizens Business Bank Arena in Ontario.
Okay, so it's kind of arena football.
Yep.
Yeah, they got the barrier and everything, and the girls running into that.
But prior to that, didn't you guys play outdoors?
We play at the Coliseum,
Yeah.
LA Coliseum.
All right.
And we set up the field just like indoor. We shorten the field.
Oh, okay.
And we bring it closer to the sideline of the Coliseum. So
Gotcha.
it was a beautiful setup the way they did it. But I guess we're going more towards having the fans be closer to the game. So I guess that's why we're going back to Ontario.
So you have who's your main rivals? Is it Seattle?
Oh, Seattle.
Yeah.
Every year it's Seattle.
Yeah, those games can get pretty heated, I think.
Oh yeah, they love me up there.
And he's a heated guy. You got to see some of him in action. I mean, he really inspires people and gets their attention.
You talking about the head coach for Seattle?
No, for you. I'm talking about you. You look pretty intense.
I try not to be as crazy as that guy.
Oh, I haven't seen.
As that guy,
he must be pretty crazy.
The head coach for Seattle, he's probably well known for his antics when it comes to coaching his team. He's a good friend of mine. Love the guy to death.
So what do you do to supplement your income? I mean,
I've been working private security for a long time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you probably you work out a lot, I think, right? You're a big guy, and it helps for the security to be powerful.
Yeah, I try to. Looks can be intimidating, so I can avoid any conflict.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have an event in Redondo Beach a little after the tryouts in December at a sponsor it's at a restaurant sponsors my blog, and there'll be some Legends Football League players from the Temptation there. And Coach, I hope you're there, and we're going to watch some Thursday night football and have some good food.
That'd be great. Love to be there.
So people, I'll be inviting everybody to that. And just to get to know the players a little bit, I've seen it. It's exciting. It's interesting to watch, attractive, athletic women playing football.
Well, we interviewed, who was the lady that we interviewed?
Monique, yeah.
Monique.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a body.
She's pretty intense out there, isn't she?
One of my best players I've ever coached in the league. She's a Hall of Famer. She made the Hall of Fame, LFL Hall of Fame already. And she's still playing.
Yeah, I hope she's healthy, to start the season. I think she's, I don't know what she's exactly going on, but she's had a knee issue, I think, or something.
One of the most dedicated players I've ever had, and inspires a lot of other players to come out and play. And she's our team leader on defense. She's been my captain ever since I've coached her when I've come in.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's good. And,
so speaking of Thursday night football, what do you think about those freaking uniforms they wear on Thursday nights now?
Mike's just can't get over these uniforms.
You're talking about the bright colors that they've been putting on lately?
Yeah, with the one tones.
I feel sorry for anybody who's colorblind.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Jet Buffalo game, it looked like Christmas on the field.
Yeah. That Thursday night game, though, we're going to have the Rams Buccaneers. I don't think the Rams are going to go solids.
They have to. Is that the
rule?
That's the marketing thing right now.
Oh my God!
Hey, Coach, we gotta go. Thanks for your time, and have a good season.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Coach.
Guys. Thank you, guys.
All right. Well, I think that wraps things up. Do we have any time for the closing or not? Of course not. Well, I'm not going to be here next week. Neither will be Mike, but we'll be playing some highlights from past shows. And I hope everybody out there has a wonderful Thanksgiving. We really appreciate you listening. Take care. We'll be back the week after that.
Through the top 25 scoreboard, and a stunner right now in the SEC. Number 8 Florida, scoreless third quarter, taking on Florida Atlantic. Rest of these scores, third quarter as well. Number 17, North Carolina, leading Virginia Tech 7-3. Number 5, Iowa on top of number 13, Purdue. 20-13, number 12, Michigan State leads Penn State 14-10, and number 21, Memphis trails Temple 14-9. Coming up at 3:30 Eastern, number 24, USC takes on number 23, Oregon. Number